Oh, it's Shamrock time. Hey, good evening. This is your Sensei Al Bob, and it's St. Patrick's Day, kind of, hopefully, nearabouts, almost. And, you know, what are holidays? You know, why do we wear funny things? Are Irish people drunks? Are they leprechauns? No, they're not. They're a noble race, one of the elders of the human race, you know, and that's why they were attacked by everyone, the Romans in particular. And the Romans became the Holy Roman Empire, and that's why not the Christian, but the Holy Roman Empire throttled them with a religion. What are religions? More or less a business plan, right? You know, we are coming into a new age where we can't blame anyone. And that's all I see is people blaming each other. Right? It's your fault. You did it. Mommy did this. You made me feel this way. Oh, you make me uncomfortable. I'm so anxious. No. We all have our own life to live. And tonight's show, I am your sensei, Al Bob, your griot to tell you stories. And this program is completely and totally for entertainment's sake. So kick back, put yourself in your easy boy, get yourself a libation, put the kitties to bed, put the cat out, and relax. And find yourself into dreamy dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. And that's the program. And tonight, we're talking about who are we and what do we want. Over the doorway at the Oracle of Delphi, it says, "Know thyself." And I have spent my life learning and what I am. And what I am is a servant to love's co-creation, right? And to be a servant, one needs to offer oneself, not as a slave, not as you know, a sacrifice. No. Service is not a sacrifice. Service is a great responsibility and a great honor and a great gift. That's what service is, right? It's not, oh, it's so hard to do this. No. Service brings you great pleasure. Service is what makes me happy is making others happy, right? Because by my service, I get to understand myself better and better. And every day and every way, when I take the piece of the earth and make it stronger with love's co-creation, I'm not being ordered by a parent, telling me what to do. No, I freely accept the responsibility, right? I freely offer myself. Yeah. When I show my affection for others, I'm freely doing it, not expecting anything in return. My host here at the school, I'm his friend, and I'm always there for him. And even though he blames me for everything in his life, I know that I'm not doing it, so I don't feel guilty. And at the worst, I feel pity. At the best, I feel my acceptance in trying to help him to look at a new way of living his life, and every day in every way in peace and harmony with who he is. But it's obvious that he has no idea, and this again, why he is the canary in the coal mine. He represents a vast portion of the population of humanity that would rather suffer blindly than to go forth and understand who and what they are. To go forth and be responsible for their life. You know. Now, there's situations that occur to everyone that it's beyond their responsibility, beyond their control. Control. Our life is ours to navigate. And the magic of the illusion of the Luciferian reality is no magic at all. The only true magic is love's co-creation. And that's because we build it ourselves. We build our own magic where we are no longer afraid. That's the true magic. When we no longer are afraid, when we no longer fear our life, because the anxiousness we feel, the you know, is all from fear. Right? And there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Right? No matter what comes our way, we navigate it. And yes, it may be uncomfortable, it may be difficult, but if we can navigate it, we will have taken the opportunity to learn. The old school of fear tries to force us into the sandbox where we are controlled, where we're told what to do. Or we're put in a position of great chaos where we have to have the biological response of fight or flight, where we hate, where we attack, when we strike out, which are all useless activities that don't really accomplish the ability to navigate and to realize who we are and to understand what's in our heart, right? Oh, I want to be back with that girl I loved. Oh, that's the only girl in my life. She's in my twin flame. I gotta have that, no matter. Yeah. No, sorry. All that is an addiction. You know, addiction to control and chaos. Instead of stepping back and appreciating one's life in every day, in every way, in every second, and realizing our life is a life to be shared in love's co-creation. So that's what I'm looking at. You know, we need to strive not to yield to fear's illusion. You know, we need to find our way without war. One of my sensei's teachings of martial arts was never to get in a fight. And you can only, be in that position when you stand on your own. And what you need to understand is your chi, how to balance, how to strengthen, how to anchor, and realize you're never alone with love's co-creation. So we are on this age, this new age of Aquarius, right? Where we're going to ascend into, right now we're in the three dimensions. We're going to be in the fourth, fifth dimension, and we will become lighter. We'll become more ethereal. And by being in those planes, we'll be able to see clearer. We will be able to walk forth from the darkness where we can see in the dark. Again, my sensei would have us do walking meditations through a Vermont forest. And I don't know if any of you have been in Vermont, but it's a very dark place. Even when the moon is full out, you can't see anything in the depths of the Vermont deep green. And our where our farm was, there was a edge where there was a ridge that dropped down to a river. And if you walked off that ridge, you would fall down 40, 50 feet, of all stones and rocks and branches. And he would walk us through, not on a path, but through the forest where we could see nothing. And the only way we could navigate it is with our higher sense, our third eye, our pineal. We put out our field out around us. So when you walk past a branch, instead of getting it in your eye or up your nose, you would go, okay, right? And that is the true state of consciousness, when you can extend your field out away from you, and you can feel and sense people and things around you. And that's how I navigate. That's how I do cold readings. Yes, I tell people, oh, put up your hand. And I not pretend, but I read their palm. But there's only so much you can get out of the lines of a palm. But I get a lot more from receiving in that cold reading their energetics, from my telling them things that I see in their palm. Now, I can see certain generalities in the lines in your palm, or the lines in your head, or other things. And within the runes are probably my strongest tool. But tea leaves and cards and astrology, they're all tools that I use, right? And Plato said it's a wise man who's guided by the stars, and it's a fool who is led by them. So I let all of these things guide me when I'm doing a cold reading. And I use them all. And the other thing I use is my intuition against my field. I put it out there, meaning unless I take out cards and draw a tarot, but I close my eyes and I look into my Akashic record and I see what tarot cards come up when I'm dealing with an individual. I see what runes come up when I see the individual. And that is how, I'm a shamanic, psychosocial, cultural, forensic, anthropologic alchemist. And I use all of those tools when I read people and when I read the situation. And, I'm not egocentric to believe that I'm always right. You know, I'm not even a Virgo. If I was a Virgo, then I could say I was always right, but I'm not. I'm an Aquarian with a Cancer moon, right? And a few signs in Scorpio, and a few signs in Taurus. So I'm kind of balanced, and I'm lucky to have the best parts of all those characters. You know, and so I co-create with love, meaning I'm not the person. I'm just the servant. Use all my tools. I co-create with love. Love is the energetic that I use to understand what's going on. And there's no one here. Is there anyone here? Let's see. Well, it's 15 minutes. Anyway, so because I just kind of put out what I wanted to talk about, and without a chat, without the chorus to sing, no, I can't do much. So we'll just kind of put that on the ceiling and wait till somebody shows up.